Have you ever wondered if the spiritual path is purely a solo journey? What if your own progress was deeply spiritually connected to the well-being of your teachers? Today, we're diving into a powerful teaching, a divine mandate for meditation that's about so much more than just personal peace. It's about a shared path to liberation. And our guide for this exploration is the incredible sage Kanchi Mahaperiyava. The wisdom we're about to unpack comes from a truly monumental work called Devathin Kural, which means the voice of God. It's a massive 7-volume collection of his teachings, a real treasure trove, and we're about to look at one of its most essential instructions.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with a pretty heavy concept, the sacred burden a spiritual teacher carries. Then we'll see the divine mandate for meditation that serves us the perfect solution. We'll explore how this practice actually cleanses the soul and, maybe most beautifully, creates this amazing win-win for both the teacher and the student. All right, first things first, let's set the stage. What we're about to discuss isn't just good advice. It's considered an agyanyai, a divine command, a fundamental duty passed down from the great sage Adi Shankara himself. Now, before we can really appreciate the solution, we have to understand the problem, and it's a big one. It's a sacred law that gets to the very heart of the relationship between a guru and their disciple.
So let me just ask you, what do you think a guru's biggest responsibility is? You might say to teach, or to guide, to inspire. And yeah, those are all true. But the traditional answer, well, it's pretty startling. It reveals this immense spiritual weight they carry.
And here it is. According to the Niti Shastra, an ancient text on wisdom, the sins of the disciple fall upon the guru. And let's be absolutely clear, this is not a metaphor. It's understood as a spiritual law, a principle of cosmic accountability. The weight of a student's actions is quite literally carried by their teacher.
This karmic weight has a name, the Papa Mutai, which literally means the bundle of sins. Just imagine trying to climb a mountain while carrying a heavy pack that only gets heavier. That's what this is like. This bundle doesn't just hold the disciple back. It becomes a massive burden for the guru, making it harder for both of them to move forward spiritually.
So, with a burden like that, how can anyone find liberation? It sounds almost impossible, right? Well, this is exactly where the teaching offers a clear, direct path forward. And it's not a suggestion. It's that divine mandate we've been talking about.
That mandate is dhyana, or meditation. Now, it's super important to understand the goal here. This isn't just about feeling calm or reducing stress, though that's a nice side effect. In this context, meditation is the tool for the ultimate realization, that our true nature, our deepest self, is actually one with the divine.
And this command, this anyai, is just brilliant in its simplicity. It has 3 parts. First, your personal duty. Meditate always. Second, a social duty. Encourage others to meditate too. And third, this incredibly selfless duty. If for some reason they can't, you should meditate for them, on their behalf. It just covers all the bases, doesn't it?
Okay, so you might be wondering, how does meditation actually do all this? How does sitting quietly actually cleanse that heavy bundle of sins? Let's get into the mechanics of how this practice transforms us from the inside out.
The teaching makes a super practical point. Just think about how we spend our free time. So often, it's just idle chatter, right? Or scrolling through news, getting worked up about things. We're constantly accumulating new karma. But look at the alternative. That exact same time could be spent on divine thought, on meditation, actively cleansing old karma instead of piling on more.
So if we put it all together, meditation really has 4 key jobs. 1, it purifies the mind. 2, it stops us from creating new negative karma. 3, it gives us the strength to face the consequences of our past actions. And 4, and this is the big one, by doing all of that, we directly lighten that immense burden on our guru.
And this all leads to what I think is the most beautiful part of this entire teaching. Meditation is not some selfish, solitary act. It actually creates this powerful, positive spiritual loop between the guru and the disciple, a real synergy.
There's a name for this concept, paraspara labham, which means mutual profit. It's a spiritual win-win. When you sit down to meditate, you're obviously working on your own liberation. But at the exact same time, you are fulfilling your highest, most sacred duty to your guru by literally taking weight off their shoulders. It's an act of self-love and devotion all at once.
And what's the ultimate result of living this way? It's a state of complete and total peace. The teaching says that if we embrace this practice, we can reach the end of our lives with no fear, holding this deep, quiet satisfaction of knowing, I did it. I achieved the fruit of this birth. Just imagine that feeling.
And so this profound teaching leaves us all with a very personal, very direct question. Knowing what's at stake, for ourselves and for our teachers, where in our busy, chaotic lives can we find the time for what truly, truly matters?
If this wisdom from David Coral has sparked something in you, we really hope you'll continue this journey of exploration with us.
Thank you so much for watching. We're Gyan Kosh, a multilingual channel where we share spiritual wisdom in English, Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, and Bengali, and we have more major languages coming soon. Our whole goal is to bring you these timeless treasures of Sanatana Dhamma in a way that's simple, clear, and really meaningful.
On our channel, you'll find daily videos on incredible texts like the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata, and of course, much more from David Coral. We also explore the lives of the great saints of Maharashtra and Bengal, and it's all available in multiple languages.
So if you found our content valuable, please subscribe to Gyan Kosh so you'll get notified about our daily videos. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and spread this divine knowledge with your family, friends, and community. Let's work together to keep the beautiful light of Sanatana Dharma shining bright.